Everybody, welcome to Thursday Morning Mike Talk. Thank you guys for being with me today. God bless you guys. If you would, text prayer to that number that pops up on your screen, and I would love to pray for you and with you. We're holding each other up. That's how we get through this. It's why we ask you to pray every day at 149, praying for the ministry, praying for your pastor, for strength, for stamina. It's been a great week, a long week of meetings. We got some really good progress going. I'll update you tomorrow or Saturday, or better yet, just come to church Sunday at the Chateau at 9 and 10:30. Believe it or not, we got 5 Sundays left at the Chateau. They're going to be moving to this 401 East Jefferson Street in downtown Bloomington, our brand new building, and we're moving on it already, doing some cool stuff, doing a dance with City of Refuge as they move out, and we kind of move in and start painting and stuff. It's going to be awesome. I hope that you're planning on coming September 8th. Not this Sunday, not Labor Day weekend Sunday, but the next Sunday at 2 to 4. We're going to have this awesome kind of carnival atmosphere and tours of the building, all that fun stuff. Love you guys. I hope you're doing good. Be praying for Sarah and Monica and Israel. They're in Cincinnati. They left yesterday and are in Cincinnati for just his quarterly checkups. Pray blessings on him. He's doing so good. This pawpaw's heart is very happy. Hey, we're going to continue talking about generosity today. And did you know it's possible to follow the law of generosity that God gives in the Old Testament and giving, but to not have the right heart, and therefore it means nothing. You can give to God, and it means nothing. I'll explain in just a moment. Here we are in verse 23, chapter 23 of Matthew, 23:23. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you tithe mint and dill and cumin, and you have neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice and mercy and faithfulness. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. You blind guides, straining out a gnat and swallowing a camel. Love these words from the Lord. By the way, Matthew 23 happens to be 7 woes. Jesus saying, man, you're in trouble because you think you've got it together with your God life, but you don't have it together. And he says these words to the most spiritually outside spiritual people in the world. Went to church all the time, prayed all the time, tithed, as we just read here, that's the giving part. They tithe. He says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, because you follow the law with the tithe. You tithe mint and dill and cumin. What's he saying? Every leaf of mint in your garden, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, God gets 1. You guys are following the letter of the law when it comes to tithing, but you're missing the point of the tithe. You're missing the point of generosity to God. The generosity of God, the law, and this gives us great insight into what every rule of God in the Old Testament's about. Every rule of God in the Old Testament is about us living a life in His presence and with one another that's useful. He says, yeah, you guys tithe, but you're neglecting justice and mercy and faithfulness. In other words, your outward actions say we're godly, but your inside actions say you're far from God. And so this is a lesson for us, even as we talk about being dedicated to have a consistent routine of giving, something that is thought through personally, and it's intentional and it's regular. That's really important. But let's just caution ourselves here, because the Pharisees did the same thing. In fact, I would say the Pharisees were better at giving probably than most of us. By the way, I would say this. He says, these you ought to have done without neglecting the others. Jesus is not condemning tithing here. Jesus is saying you should. That's fine. Follow the laws. But you shouldn't neglect the point of the law. The point of the law is giving. And if you give to God, then you're going to give to others justice and mercy and faithfulness. You're going to be righteous in your hearts. And so God is giving a warning. One of 7 woes in Matthew 23 is about giving. And so if it's a woe to the Pharisees and Sadducees, then it's a woe to us too. Pay attention. Don't be the kind of people that follow the letter of the law but don't have any heart that goes with it. I love this is the sense of Jesus, a sense of humor that Jesus has here. You swallow a camel, but you strain out a gnat. If you just play that out in your mind, it's like you're straining out just a little gnat because you don't want that to get into whatever you've got. but you're swallowing a whole camel. He's saying you're missing the point of the giving. The giving is never about paying God back. It's never about earning God's love. It's never about you owing God. It's about an opportunity to give back to God. And it's a picture of the mercy and the grace and the justice and the faithfulness of God. God is faithful to give to us. We give as a picture of what's happening in our heart. So today, as we continue thinking about our generosity, look around you. Does anybody need justice? Anybody need mercy? Anybody need the faithfulness of God lived out through you? That's the whole point of giving. And the Pharisees were missing the point. May we not be, as one book title says, unintentional Pharisees. Let's give. Jesus says it's not bad to give, but pay attention to the heart behind the giving, the justice, the mercy, the faithfulness. I hope that helps you guys today. It's a great Thursday. I'm writing a sermon, getting ready to preach another one. Hope you guys are well. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.